Hey y'all, are you here? Welcome to the first ever Foraged family gathering. I'm so excited. So if you're here, tell me that you're here and tell me where you are. Okay? And tell me what you're up to. Is it sunny where you are? I'm in the mountains of Western North Carolina and it's beautiful and sunny here right now. I'm so excited. And I barely just made it because I was in the garden and my hands are still filthy and so are my clothes. But that's totally great because I don't know if you knew, but putting your hands in the soil actually can change your mood and your mental health and increase it. So please do that, whether it's gardening or foraging or just playing. It's super duper awesome. Oh, yay, Jody's in Michigan. Thanks, Jody. What's the weather like in Michigan right now? And while you're answering that, I just want to welcome everyone again to the Forage Family Gathering. This is kind of a trial, so I just wanted to see how this would go and who would come and what you want to know and what you have to share, and if you're interested in doing this more, because I feel like we all need more support right now. We need ways to share because we can't go on a plant walk together, which kind of stinks. But having ways that we can come together and talk about what we're foraging, what we're growing in our gardens, what kind of herbal medicine we're making, and how we're making it. We all have so much to teach and so much to learn from each other. So let's chat. Let's talk about it. Let's learn from each other. And just a little reminder that this coming Tuesday will be the book club for the Herbal Handbook for Homesteaders, my very own book. And we do that every Tuesday, every last Tuesday of the month for free on the Wander School Facebook page where you are right now. So come and check it out. You don't even have to have your own copy of the book, but if you want your own copy, you can get it at thewanderschool.com on the products page. And we're going to talk about the second half or half-ish of chapter 2. So all about how to make tea, which is really exciting and more complicated than some of us think, but it doesn't have to be complicated. So you can learn about it. I wanted to just show a little resource to all of you. This book, I just got it, Herbal Antivirals by Stephen Herod Buhner, awesome herbalist. And it is the perfect book right now. So if you want to know what kind of herbs can, let's see, I have to say this in the appropriate way so I don't get in trouble. But if you want to know what kind of herbs can, sorry, that's my dog, can help protect you from viruses and what you can take when you have a virus, then this is a good book. I actually thought I was getting it and then somebody bought it right before me, and now it's a little bit harder to get, but you can still get it. So other things, I just want to thank all of my patrons on Patreon for making it possible for me to offer free education like this. Thank you so much. And if you're interested in supporting this work and getting ongoing foraging and herbal education, you can do it for as little as $5 a month at patreon.com/thewanderschool. I'm going to type it in here for y'all. And you'll get really cool things like bonus recordings from my podcast. Like I'm about to come out with a new podcast episode on my podcast, Wander, Forage, and Wildcraft, where I interview an herbalist friend. And in the bonus, we talk about what are demulcent herbs, which are really great herbs for the respiratory system. So if you want to hear that, you can join. And if you join at the $10 level, you can get my brand spanking new Foraged cookbook called The Foraged Life. It's an e-cookbook, so it's all digital. You can join right now and get it sent straight to you for just $10 a month. So there's that. So I want to talk about what we're here for, right? Foraging and herbs. So what are y'all harvesting right now? Anything special? Anything cool? What, Jody, what are you harvesting in Michigan right now? Or what kind of herbal remedies are you making? I want to know. Today, a friend gave me some bee balm from their garden, and I am currently making some videos to share with you. I'll have short videos up on IGTV and my brand new YouTube channel, and all about bee balm, so Monarda didyma, and I'll have longer videos about it on Patreon, so you can get those if you're a patron or if you become a patron. But that's one I'm super excited about right now because it's starting to pop up, at least in the region that I am in, and it is a great antimicrobial herb in the mint family. And I don't want to talk too much about it because I don't want to spoil it, because I want you to watch the videos, and I'm so excited to be able to put free information out there for you. So y'all, I see that you're there and that you're watching. So please comment. Tell me where you are. Tell me what's happening. Tell me what the weather's like, and tell me what you've been foraging and what you're cooking and what you're baking and what kind of medicine you're making. So I'll give you some examples. I have been finding a lot of stinging nettle recently, and I have been making nettle pancakes. They're super duper tasty. The recipe is in the Foraged Life cookbook, which you can get on Patreon. I just posted that link. And you can make it though with any kind of wild greens. So you can find that recipe, but yeah, we can do so much with wild greens, right? We can just saute them and they're super duper tasty. Throw them into other recipes, throw them into eggs and omelets. And what else? What do you do with your wild greens, and what are your favorite wild greens? I don't want to just talk the whole time, y'all. This is supposed to be a hangout. So let's hang out. Tell me what you are foraging. Oh, I missed some comments. Sorry. Hi, Cindy. Yay. Thanks. There is some lovely light in my place. Yeah, this is my new place. Oh, Jody, I'm so jealous. Jody is harvesting morels and dandelions right now. I wish that I could find somewhere else. I have found one so far this year, and it was dry and crusty, but it was still special to find it. Cindy is harvesting honeysuckle, golden root, plantain, chickweed, and usnea always. That's awesome. What plant are you calling golden root, Cindy? I'm so curious. And what part of the honeysuckle are you harvesting? Because I have not seen any flowers yet. So Cindy Quay is a super amazing traditional Native American herbalist of the Menominee tribe, and we co-teach together, and she's amazing. So you should check her out and her products at Cindy's Sacred Garden. Who else is here? What are you harvesting? Tell me all about it. Jody, tell us where all the morels are. Just kidding. What are you doing with your morels though? What's your favorite way to cook them, Jody? Oh, Nancy's here, and she is harvesting alehoff, mullein, and lemon balm. That is so exciting. And I love that you use the name alehoff. So if y'all are on Instagram, check it out. I think, I don't think it posted to Facebook, but it's on IGTV, and it will be on YouTube soon. I posted a video of ground ivy, aka alehoff, and so it's my herb of the month actually. And in that video, I totally encourage everyone to harvest some ground ivy and also to find your own herb of the month. and you can eat it, assuming you're 100% positive about your identification, right? And no, Reggie, this isn't an auction. Sorry. We're talking about foraging and herbs. But yeah, ground ivy is super awesome and amazing, and you can find an herb of the month. You can eat it, you can sit with it, you can make tea out of it or tinctures, whatever you feel good about, and really get to know that plant and watch it through all the different seasons. I'm so excited. So many of y'all are here and commenting. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So Nancy, tell us what you're doing with your alehoof, aka ground ivy, aka creeping Charlie, aka Gill Over the Ground. It has so many names. So Troy says he's in Southwest Indiana. Yay! I'm so curious, Troy, because you know, I'm originally from Ohio, now in North Carolina, and Ohio is the Midwest. That's what I always called it and heard everyone call it. Is Indiana considered the Midwest also? I don't know. So Troy is harvesting violets, dandelions, clover, chickweed, daylily shoots, pokeweed leaves are coming up and ready to prepare anytime. Such a good point. So we always want to make sure, right? So again, I always push 100% positive identification. And for those of you who don't know pokeweed or don't know it well, it's important to know that it is a somewhat toxic plant. And we only harvest it when it's below knee high and before it gets red on its stem. And then most people say to simmer it 3 different times. So change the water in between. So simmer it and then like bring it up to a boil, let it simmer for a little bit, change the water, do that again, change the water, do it again, and then you can cook it. I have had a friend tell me they just boiled or simmered it once and then cooked it and it was fine. So I'm curious to hear what y'all do with it, but don't eat it without cooking it, please, because it can be toxic. So Thomas Cooper, hi Thomas, I'm so glad you're here. He said he has been making ramp salt inspired by our mutual friend Ryan Milt. That's so great, I love it. Yes, I would love to find some more ramps this season for sure, as long as there are a bunch of them and I can harvest them sustainably, right? So Nancy says that she's been nibbling ground ivy and drying it for allergies. That is so awesome. I love ground ivy for allergies. As I say in the IGTV video, it's one of the best herbs I know for an herbal decongestant. So try that. I make a tea out of it, fresh or dried, and also a tincture and a steam, an herbal steam as well. So putting my head over a pot of hot water with ground ivy in it. So try that for you. Cindy says, aw, I wish I had you here to pronounce that for me. I'm assuming that's Menominee. Waynen, probably wrong pronunciation, but I tried. Yellow root is poor man's golden seal. So, you know, I've been trying to say resourceful persons because there are some herbs out there that, like, one is called poor man's pepper. And so my friends have started calling it resourceful person's pepper. And I like that so much because, like, really, we're rich if we have these plants around, right? Like, people are freaking out because some of the food is gone from the grocery store. But if we can harvest our own and make our own medicine, then we're rich, right? Heck yeah. So Cindy says where she is at in just another part of Western North Carolina that the honeysuckle's in full bloom. That's so crazy. I haven't seen any. I think I saw one shrub that looked like honeysuckle from afar that looked like it was blooming, but not wild. And so she says she enjoys being with the pollinators, collecting the white clusters and infuses it in honey for dry coughs, sore throat, and preparing for fall and winter in Black Mountain, North Carolina. That's so awesome. I made some forsythia syrup, which if your forsythia is still blooming, which Troy, it might be where you are, you can make a syrup out of it. Go to Red Moon Herbs. They have on their website a recipe for forsythia syrup. It's noted to be an antiviral, and so is honeysuckle. So you can make an awesome syrup with forsythia and or honeysuckle flowers. And I also, like Cindy, love just taking the flowers and infusing them in honey too. Super duper good. You just want to make sure those flowers are not wet. Okay, remember that. Just so y'all know, I'm also recording this, and I am going to post it after we're done to Patreon. So if you missed some of it, you want to support me making this awesome, important information free for everyone, and you want to get cool bonuses like podcast extras and lots of cool botany ideas and other information, extended herbal info and botany ID videos and cooking classes with wild forageables, you can go to patreon.com/thewanderschool. I posted it at the top, and you can find all that there for $5 a month. Or if you do it at $10 a month, you will get the brand new e-cookbook, The Wild Foraged Life. So go do that. Yay. And thank you to everyone who is already doing it. Yes, Cindy says she loves resourceful. So Troy is saying that he makes his poke the same way with 3 separate boils. So changing the water each time and then adding it to pasta or rice dishes. Or making poke salad. So that's a super important point. Thanks, Troy, for pointing that out. So people talk about poke salad and they think it's salad, like S-A-L-A-D, but it's actually salad, S-A-L-L-E-T. And so back in the day when people talked about salad, it actually meant cooked greens. People didn't eat that many fresh salads, fresh green salads. So it's important to understand the difference. So like if you've heard that song, Poke Salad Annie, it's actually, and if you've heard Doug Elliott sing this, oh my God, you have been blessed. So, but yeah, they're actually talking about the cooked poke greens. So important to know, don't eat poke raw, please, 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 please. We actually had a scare years ago when my daughter was really little, and we were at a local farm, and she had been out of my view, and she came back with purple hands, and I was like, oh my God, what did you eat? And we were super freaked out that she had eaten pokeberries. So it was a little scary for a little while. So make sure that you're aware, if you have children around and those purple berries are hanging out, that you're very careful with those kids around them. So who else is here? Where are you? What are you foraging? And what kind of medicine are you making? Tell us all about it. Okay. Let's see, what else? For those of you who missed it, I was saying that I have been making stinging nettle pancakes from my recipe in the Wild Foraged Life cookbook I was just talking about on Patreon. And they're so good. And I've been making it with my special aioli that you get as a special recipe for patrons. And it's really good. I've actually been making my own mayonnaise to make into the aioli and putting some of the wild oregano salt into there that I make from bee balm. So it's like totally killer. Oh, yay! Jennifer's here from South Carolina. Tell us what's happening in South Carolina with the plants right now. I'm sure you're all up in the middle of it. Jennifer does super awesome stuff with her company. Remind me of your company name. It's like on the tip of my tongue. But yeah, she has some great products and education too. and great stuff going on in South Carolina. So I just wanted to say too that, like, you hear me talk about all of these things, right? Nettle pancakes and aioli and bee balm salt. And I really think of it as a way of life. So a life way or a lifestyle. It's the way I live. And it is up to you how you make this work in your life. And so if you don't know, the Wander School is an acronym for Wild Artemisia, Nature Discovery, Empowerment, and Reconnection. So that's what it's all about. It's about empowering you, right? And so you can be here today in this gathering and not know anything about herbs or wild plants, and it's totally fine, because I want to empower you to learn. And I think it's super cool. Y'all give me feedback. Let me know if this is something of value to you and I should keep doing it. But yeah, I feel like we just have so much to teach each other. I learn from you all the time. And I want to put this out there. I want to provide lots of free education. And my patrons at Patreon allow me to do that. So thank you. And yeah, but we start small, right? We start by learning a plant that's growing right outside our back door, getting to know it in every season, researching it, learning everything we can about it, eating it, making tea out of it, as long as we have 100% positive identification. And yeah, and then little by little, we add it into our diet and our apothecary. So I don't want you to ever feel shame that you don't know as much as I know, because you know other things that I don't know. So keep up the good work. And check out Jennifer at Meadowlark Farms School of Folk Medicine, because she's here with us and she is awesome and an incredible herbalist also. So excited that there's other herbalists here. And honestly, like I've talked about this before, but you're an herbalist if you say you're an herbalist. It doesn't mean that you should go around taking clients and working with them on their physical symptoms, but there's no licensure in the United States. So if you work with herbs, you're an herbalist. Good job. So what else? Jennifer, what are you harvesting? What are you making right now? And the rest of you, what are you harvesting? What are you making right now? Thanks. What's going on? I'm just gonna keep talking about myself if y'all don't chime in here. But yeah, if you missed it, I showed this book that I just got, Herbal Antivirals, sorry about the glare, by Stephen Herod Buhner. So lots of good herbal options in here. Please check it out. Might be a little hard to get. Also, join me on Tuesday, this coming Tuesday, and every last Tuesday of the month here at the Wander School Facebook page. Come to book club. You don't even have to have the book, but we'll be talking about chapter 2 and how to make all kinds of different herbal teas, infusions, and decoctions. If you don't know what those are, come and learn 7 o'clock Eastern time here on the Wander School Facebook page. So Jillian is here. Hi, Jillian. And Jillian's about to process some turkey tail tincture. Super awesome. I love turkey tail. I feel like it's one of the most overlooked medicinal mushrooms. And I don't see it as much here in North Carolina, but where I'm from, originally in Ohio, I see it tons. And I believe it's one of the most anti-carcinogenic mushrooms out there. And I've heard other people say that too. So make sure if you're harvesting it, you know what it is, and harvest it and make your own medicine. Y'all do it. So Jennifer says in South Carolina, lots of cleavers. Yes. So Jennifer, tell us what you do with cleavers. She's saying she makes tinctures and infusions. And what do you do with those tinctures and infusions? Why do you think it's an important herb? I could tell you what I think, but I want to hear what you think. Nancy says she just picked Japanese knotweed a few minutes ago to try the lime recipe that was shared. That's super cool. Where was that recipe shared, Nancy? Do you have a link that we could share with everybody? And I think it's so cool, right? I am all about invasive plant medicine. So what can we make from invasive plants? We can remove them from the habitat and help other plants in our habitat and other animals, but what can we do with them after that? And so it's so cool that an invasive plant like Japanese knotweed that grows in our water systems is known to be a medicinal for Lyme. So cool, right? Yes. Okay. Sina, I hope I'm saying your name right, have you been making elderberry tincture? That's what it sounds like. That's super cool. So, you don't have to make syrup or elixir like I make. You can make tea, you can make tincture. But we want to remember, right, not to just eat elderberries. You want to cook them first. You can make jelly. And our food is our medicine, right? Our medicine is our food. So you can eat them, but you want to cook them first because they have cyanide in them. So don't eat the cyanide, please. Okay, Jillian says from up north in West Virginia, turkey tails, sweet. Who else is saying turkey tails right now? Jennifer's saying that she loves cleavers because it's a great system cleanse. And she uses it as a first go-to when she's starting to feel sick. That's awesome. So yeah, cleavers are great in my opinion and experience for the lymph system. And so cleavers are super duper abundant. I could go right outside my door right now and find some, but look them up. There's several different species of cleavers. They're in the Gallium genus, which is actually the coffee family, crazily enough. And I've heard that the seeds have a little bit of caffeine in them, just a little bit. So check that out. Go find some, and it doesn't dry very well because it's got a high water content in it. So I usually just tincture it right away, or make tea. You could do that, but if you want to preserve it, tincturing is a good way to go. You could also, if you don't do alcohol, you could try preserving it in vinegar. Nancy says she thinks Red Moon Herbs shared an article about Lyme. Oh, and she is posting it right now. Thank you so much, Nancy. That's so awesome. From a different source, returntonow.net. So check that out, a study on Japanese knotweed. That is great. And who else? Yes, Sina is making elderberry tincture. Karina, hi, yay! Karina says that she has made nettle with violet and chickweed pesto and vinegar and violet syrup, hoping to get out this weekend for dandelion blossoms to make fritters and wine. That's so great. There is a recipe for fritters too in my book, The Herbal Handbook for Homesteaders. If you don't have your copy, you can get it at thewanderschool.com on the products page. And again, if you didn't hear, book club is this coming Tuesday, 7 p.m. right here on the Wander School Facebook page. You don't even have to have the book. So great job, Karina. Karina is my herb sister from Red Moon Herbs. Jillian says cleavers juiced and added to a neat gin. So good for those who like dry cocktails. Wow, what a great idea. Fantastic, Jillian. Have to think about some mocktails too. So Cindy says, I like cleavers for staunching excess blood flow after childbirth. Whoa, as a tincture, I never knew that. Thank you so much, Cindy, for sharing that. I'm so glad you're here. Again, Cindy is an awesome traditional Native American herbalist. So Cindy Quay, check her out. Jennifer says, juice it and freeze it for the cleavers. Yes, love that. And hi, Madeline. Madeline is making dandelion oxymel and violet flower oxymel. That is so exciting. I am making wild cherry twig oxymel right now. For those of you who don't know, I do have an oxymel recipe in the Herbal Handbook for Homesteaders. I believe, I think I do, for a cough syrup. But an oxymel is combination of sometimes an herbal tea decoction, which again, we're going to talk about decoction Tuesday in book club right here. And some people do a decoction, some people just put the herbs right into a combination of honey and vinegar. So I did that for my wild cherry twigs. I just put them right into half honey, half apple cider vinegar. But there's a lot of different ways to do it. So experiment, look up recipes, do it in whatever way works for you. And Madeline is also making reishi tincture and organic vodka. Cool. Do you do it as a dual extract, Madeline? Do you extract it into water also? Or are you just doing vodka? I'm curious. I'm always curious. You know, I saw little reishi buds a couple weeks ago. Has anybody else seen them out? It was so exciting. Did you know that reishi primordia, isn't that so cool? That's the word for baby mushrooms. It's crazy. But did you know that they're actually edible? So it's hard. Oftentimes I don't want to harvest them if I don't see very much because I want to let them grow so I can make medicine out of them. But if you see a lot of reishi, then you can harvest the little buds when they're just the white part and cook them up, and they taste like, so Alan Muscat says they taste like tri-tip steak. And I would say that the power of suggestion definitely figures in there. But for me, that was definitely true. It's crazy. So maybe a steak substitute for you vegetarians out there. But for meat eaters too, it's like crazy, amazing. And reishi is just like pure magic, I feel like. So what else? Somebody else share what you're doing, what you're foraging, how you're foraging it, what you're eating, what you're making medicine from. And I'm so glad you're here. Again, thank you, thank you. Welcome to anybody who just joined us. Again, thank you so much to my patrons on Patreon for making it possible for me to offer free education like this. If you want to join us for as little as $5 a month, go to patreon.com/thewonderschool. I'm going to post it again. And you can get lots of cool bonuses. Like I said, I'm just about to publish a new podcast episode on Wonder Forage and Wildcraft with my friend Audra Locicero from Florida from Beautyberry Apothecary. And she's going to be talking all about herbal viral prevention, what to do herbally if you get a virus, and what to do herbally for recovery. And then we just recorded a really cool bonus section for patrons on Patreon all about herbal demulcents. So herbal demulcents are super helpful for a respiratory system. So it could be really great for this time dealing with various viruses and allergies, things like that. So become a patron. Please support this free work, getting this information out to make it accessible for everyone, and getting cool bonus information, extra botany videos, plant identification videos, what to do herbally and foraging wise, and cool foraged cooking classes. And if you join at the $10 level, you can get my brand new foraged e-cookbook, The Wild Foraged Life. And it's all digital, so you'll get it right away once you sign up. Hi, Melissa. I'm so glad that you're here. Melissa says she's making violet, rose, and lavender simple syrup. Shut up, that's amazing. I'm so jealous. So are you making it like a regular simple syrup with those ingredients and sugar? It sounds insanely great. And she just found a beautiful trillium. That's fantastic. And she can't wait till I'm back in Cincinnati. I can't wait either. I'm trying to plan my next trip to Cincinnati, all you Midwesterners, so that my friend Doug Crouch and I from Treasure Lake can teach the next class that we've been planning. We've had to put it on hold because of all this virus stuff. But I want to let you all know, one, I'm really sad that we can't go on plant walks together, but two, that I am working on filming plant walks so that I can put them out there for you and we can still plant walk virtually. Not as exciting, but still fun. And I have some more projects coming up, which are super exciting, like an herbal medicine making course. That's all digital because y'all have asked for it because you don't live where I live and you want it to be accessible to you. And I listened, and this is the perfect time. So see, I do listen to you. So give me your feedback. Keep giving it. Again, I just posted a couple days ago, actually yesterday, I think, IGTV video on ground ivy. So if you haven't seen that, please check it out. I'm going to be posting a lot more short videos on IGTV and my brand new YouTube channel. And then there will be longer videos on Patreon. So lots of options, free for those of you who need it, and very accessibly priced for those of you who are able. So can y'all still see me? I just had a little pop-up that says we're having trouble playing this video. So put a little note in there if you can see me right now. Hello, hello? Anybody there? Anybody there? I might have to come back, y'all. I'm sorry, I don't know what's happening. Oh yes, I'm seeing. Thanks, Jillian. No lag. That's great. Sorry, for some reason, thank you, Sina. For some reason, it says we're having trouble playing this video. So I'm glad that you can all still see me. Thanks. Okay, so what else are you doing right now? What are you eating? What are you making? Thanks, Nancy, for being here. I appreciate that. Yeah, what questions do you have? Can I answer any questions about foraging or herbs right now while we're here? Or what do you want to learn about? What can I make more videos about? What plants do you want to learn? What do you want to learn about foraging? What do you want to learn about botany? If I don't hear anything, I'm gonna go because I love y'all, but I'm also hungry. So type it in there. What do you want to know? Tell me, tell me. All right, well, if I don't see anything here in a minute, I'm just gonna remind you, book club Tuesday, there's an event. It's on the Wander School Facebook page, and the Herbal Handbook for Homesteaders, we're gonna be talking about chapter 2 from page 39 till the end, and all about how to make herbal teas. Also about some of the mint family plants. So come join me 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, free. You don't have to have the book, or you can get it at thewonderschool.com. Please, if you can, support this work. It's needed more now than ever. Patreon.com/thewonderschool. Thank you to all of you for coming. Thank you to all of you patrons for making this possible. I super duper appreciate you. We didn't really talk about how you're coping through this time, but I hope that coming together here has really helped. I want to make more of this available. So please tell me how I can help you in this time. Was this valuable for you? Was it helpful in relieving some of your social withdrawal? If you came in late and want to see the recording, I'll leave it up on the Wander School Facebook page for a little while, and then it will be up on Patreon. So check it out. And Ron says that they would like to see a shady riverside plant foraging video. That's a great idea. Thank you for that suggestion. I will definitely do that, especially because that's where the elderberries grow. So I have been working on that, but I'll work on it more. And Julian says that suburbanites were giving them the side eye for ripping up garlic mustard today. Well, that's interesting. If anybody wants to learn more about garlic mustard, I made an IGTV video about it and posted it several days ago. So check that out. But good job on freeing the invasives, and eat them. Please, please eat them. Teach other people about them, please. If you gained something of value here today, please share it. It's so needed in the world, especially right now. Let people know that there's good food and medicine all around us. And thank y'all so much for being here. Hopefully I'll see you Tuesday at book club. Oh yeah, Jillian says they were sprayed, so don't eat them in that case. Yes, no eats. Good job. Compost them somewhere where they won't spread. Like really, they can spread if you just leave them on the earth. So put them on some concrete or asphalt somewhere, or bag them up. Yeah, do that. Good point. Don't eat sprayed plants. So thanks again, y'all, for being here. Thanks to patrons on Patreon. Please support the work, patreon.com/thewanderschool. And keep surviving, keep thriving, keep eating wild, keep making your own medicine, keep teaching. And thank you for being you and for being awesome. Happy foraging.